The Five Love Languages, Day 2. So today we're talking about the quality time. And this is personally one of my favorites. One of the most valuable resources, if not the most valuable resource, is our time. It's finite from the moment we are born to the moment we die. So it's any time you give to somebody else is really precious because you can never get that back. So we might as well make that time even more special by following some of the advice that the five love languages can give us. One of them is giving them your undivided attention. So I'm recording on my cell phone, so I can't show you, but early in the 1990s, right? Cell phones started becoming more and more popular. The iPhone came out, all that stuff, right? So a lot of times you'll see going out to dinner, 5-6 people sitting at a table, and what are they doing? Staring at their phone. Kind of defeats the purpose of quality time. We've kind of lost the personalization of that time, and that kind of erodes some of that time spent. So you could be with someone you love, but not really with them. So that's that first time. The first one we're kind of talking about is giving them undivided attention. Another could be when you're thinking about quality time and undivided attention. If your mind is focused on one of the negative things that happened today, you're somewhere else and not with them. So you can do a quick meditation, clear the thought, or simply wait until a little bit later and before you actually have that quality time with that person. Or if you can't clear your mind, then you can go into a different part of the day, right? So say, hey, let's pause and let me come back, and then we can have our quality time. Number 2 is eye contact. When we connect on a much deeper level when you can actually see somebody face to face. There's a lot of tribal techniques that people do where they'll sit and make that eye contact and breathe together. It's super powerful if you've never done it before. Rarely recommend it. Focused attention is kind of another way of undivided attention. It's that purposeful intent behind it. So when you're sitting with someone trying to do that quality time, you're, instead of focusing on what's going on around you, focus on them. It's really, really quite powerful. Quality of conversation. It's a lot of times people will talk at somebody rather than talk with somebody, and including them in the conversation. It's really that two-way kind of communication, right? If it's all spewing, right, then it's not necessarily being returned. Now, there's multiple conversation styles. Some people need that kind of almost word vomit, for lack of better terminology, before it can be reciprocated. And so that's knowing your partner on how they're going to do that verbal communication so that you can adapt to their style. Not making assumptions, also really, really powerful. I know for myself, when somebody asks me or tells me something about how their day's going and maybe something negative happened, my brain immediately goes to, oh, how can I fix that? But a lot of people just want to communicate that. So being present, not assuming they want you to fix it, and then asking for permission later if you do want to pursue that avenue. And then understanding the style of conversation is really important, whether it's they're trying to be serious or they're trying to be silly, to being able to reciprocate that style. And then quality activities. It's not just about necessarily spending talk time, right? You could be doing quality time on a date night or doing an adventure or watching a movie together, but it's all about that being present with them. And there's about 8 more tips. If you guys want to know a little bit more, send me a message and I'll be happy to share those with you. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with the next love language.